What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Goldberg accused of walking out of an autograph signing, the truth behind Zack Ryder's WWE return, 13 Belt Mone, a legendary wrestling announcer passes away, a wrestler has been diagnosed with cancer, why Dominik was disappointed with his entrance music, Jey Uso branded the Botch King, Grayson trolls fans, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, our first story looks at Goldberg accused of walking out of an autograph signing. At top of today's news is a report that Bill Goldberg recently walked out of an autograph signing. Wrestling News reported WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg reportedly walked out of a previously scheduled autograph signing on Saturday. The vendor K&S WrestleFest shared on social media that Goldberg did not participate in a private autograph signing that they had scheduled. According to their post, Goldberg completed a signing for another vendor before deciding he was finished for the day. The report included a social media post from K&S. Unfortunately, Goldberg's private signing did not happen. We had all our items laid out ready to sign as Goldberg was doing another private for another vendor. After he was done, he got up and he said he was done. He walked out past our stuff and left. We are all super disappointed and frustrated. My apologies to all. There's no word yet on whether Goldberg has replied to this story, but we will let you know if he does. Next up, did Randy Orton call out John Cena for another match? Did Randy Orton just call out John Cena, as fans are pointing to a recent response from Orton following this tweet from John Cena. Over 23 years, you've allowed me to have 544 matches on Raw, the most in WWE history. My favorite match is my next one, which will be our last one. Don't miss our last chance to grace the Garden Ring as we say farewell to Raw Live Monday night on Netflix at 8 PM Eastern Time. Randy posted an ominous-looking tweet with the text, "Are you sure about that?" using a John Cena gif. Could this lead to one last match between the 17-time world champion and the Viper? Cena and Orton's long history led to fans demanding they wrestle during Cena's farewell tour, and while this happened, some fans were disappointed as the match was an overbooked mess as it happened during Cena's much-panned heel run. Some fans are hopeful they will get a proper send-off for the two, with some fans clamoring for Orton to turn heel to recreate the heat from their past feuds. Now, for those keeping track, WWE fans weighed in on the number of matches WWE superstars have had on Raw, noting Orton has 457 matches on Raw, Kane has 442, Chris Jericho has 425, and Triple H has 384. Next up, the truth behind Zack Ryder's WWE return. Matt Cardona, aka WWE superstar Zack Ryder's surprise return at this week's SmackDown has fans wondering whether he signed a WWE contract or they plan to bring him back on a permanent basis. Well, unfortunately, it's bad news, as Fightful Select is reporting that Matt's match was a one-off appearance and that WWE hasn't signed him. That, of course, could change, especially after WWE looks at fans' reactions to his return. But didn't Matt say once in an interview that Zack Ryder is dead, and if he ever comes back to WWE, he'll be as Matt Cardona? Next up, 13 Belt Mone. Mercedes Moné has done it again. Moné added to a record-setting collection of championships at Wednesday's House of Glory Superclass show after defeating North Phoenix Diana for the APAC Women's Championship. Wrestling News noted Moné defeated Diana with a moneymaker to win what is now her 13th active championship. The title win comes as Moné looks to make history with a potential 14th title victory next weekend at AEW's Full Gear event. At the pay-per-view, she will challenge Kris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship, a title she failed to win earlier this year at All In. And that's not the only title that Moné is eyeing, as she faces Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion this week on Dynamite in a title unification match. Moné is currently the interim champion, could become the official champion after Wednesday. And Moné's many title triumphs have led to debate about whether having this many championships means anything or it's becoming something of a joke. It's clear that AEW and the various promotions working with Mercedes feel that there is a benefit to having her hold their titles. However, at what point will she stop winning, and how will this benefit the various women's promotions she's involved in? I mean, is there going to come a time where she's dropping all 14 championships in succession? There's also the problem of a wrestler being too successful and fans growing bored with achievements they may feel are excessive and or underdeserved. It's believed AEW president Tony Khan invested some serious dough in signing Moné, so it's understandable why he wants to push her. However, how much more can AEW fans take? What do you guys think of her winning a 14th championship soon? Next up, a legendary wrestling announcer passes away. A sad news to report as legendary Jim Crockett Promotions announcer Bob Caudle has passed away. The National Wrestling Alliance shared the news, tweeting, "The National Wrestling Alliance is saddened to note the passing of Bob Caudle. Throughout the 70s and well into the 80s and beyond, Bob left an indelible mark on the NWA, its programming, and fans. He was a signature voice of countless NWA broadcasts and pay-per-views during a decades-long career. The NWA sends its most sincere condolences to Bob's friends, family, and fans." As the broadcast legend said to close each episode of NWA Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, "So long for now." For younger fans unfamiliar with his work, he was a fixture on Jim Crockett Promotions television programs, including his work as a lead announcer on Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Like many of the announcers of the Territory era, he brought a professionalism that gave wrestling the realistic presentation promoters wanted during the era when kayfabe was king. He passed away on 15th November at 90 years old. We'd like to send our condolences to Mr. Caudle's friends, family, and fans. Next up, a wrestler announces cancer diagnosis. AEW star Rebel is letting fans know why she's been absent from AEW TV for so long. Rebel, who worked in several promotions before All Elite Wrestling work alongside Dr. Britt Baker, shared a video announcing that she's been diagnosed with a serious condition.
I wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on my health. As you know, May of 2024, I was hospitalized for what I thought was cryptococcal pneumonia, which is fungal masses on my lungs. And I went a year long on antifungals. And after a year of antifungals, I was not getting better.
The 47-year-old wrestler noted that she was misdiagnosed.
And after a year of not getting better, I decided to go to the Mayo Clinic and see if I could get treated by them. And they found that it was not cryptococcal pneumonia this whole time, and that it is primary pulmonary lymphoma, which is cancer in the lungs. And if there is a best case scenario, then I have it. So that's good. But that's what I recently found out, and I wanted to let you guys know.
Now, in addition to this, Rebel is also battling another condition.
Tomorrow I start rehab because along this tumultuous journey, I have picked up a little disorder called functional neurological disorder, and it has taken my ability to walk. I now walk with a walker, and my ability to speak clearly. I don't know if you can tell, but sounds like I bit my tongue. And I've also lost the ability, or some ability, plus a function, I guess I should say, of my right hand. And I kind of have like a claw hand. And so it's hard for me to use my dominant hand.
And we'd like to send our very best to Rebel for a fast and full recovery. Next up, Dominik Mysterio disappointed with his entrance music. Daddy Dominik Mysterio is letting fans know he's less than thrilled with his entrance music, as during an appearance on Towers of Power Pro Wrestling podcast, the recently dethroned IC champion revealed there are two entrance themes he can't stand. Oh god, I wish. That and the Judgment Day music. Good god. The WWE's entrance themes have been a sore spot for fans and wrestlers alike, with frequent complaints that the music sounds generic and uninspired, even some thinking that it's just totally AI generated. Next up, Dominik says that his neck tattoo was a terrible decision. Dominik recently revealed a large neck tattoo that blends an Aztec calendar motif with his uncle's Lucha Libre mask at its center, a tribute to his heritage. However, he admitted on the Towers of Power podcast that while he's proud to honor his legacy, getting inked on the neck was a terrible decision. It was a terrible decision because the pain, and once you do it, you just can't go like, okay, I'm done, I'm not gonna finish it. The finished product is gonna go down here more, so it's bothering me already that it's unfinished. Despite the discomfort, Dominik said that he's determined to finish the piece and even jokingly called himself a sicko for taking on a bold and painful tattoo location. I'm sure he gives props to both Cody Rhodes and the Great Khali for getting their neck tattoos. Next up, Jey Uso branded the Botch King. Now fans really had enough of Jey Uso. Whilst his win over The Miz has triggered huge backlash on YouTube, with a video upload on WWE's channel having almost a 90% dislike ratio, fans are now labeling him as a botch machine. Jey has had a number of botches in the past, including his failed dive over the top rope, his awful attempt at a neck breaker that got even CM Punk heated and received a receipt, but the final straw seemed to be him dropping The Miz on the turnbuckle. Now it's obvious that looking from the footage that he slipped and could have seriously hurt The Miz in the process. Jey of course didn't do this deliberately, but the botch has caused a huge amount of discourse on social media. Even the commentary team labeled it as unique. And probably the way it was supposed to look was when Bianca Belair delivered it at WrestleMania 38. But in that instance, it looked like she jumped, and the landing was much safer on the turnbuckles. Next up, great news for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And New Japan Pro Wrestling has a lot to be happy about, as it recently announced that its upcoming Wrestle Kingdom 20 is already sold out. The forced January 2026 show, which features Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement match against Kazuchika Okada, will take place at the Tokyo Dome, and now New Japan is doing its best to open up more seats. New Japan posted an announcement at its website. In short, it mentioned, in response to this, New Japan Pro Wrestling has made the emergency decision to add more seats so that as many customers as possible can attend the matches. Ticket release dates for the additional seats, the types of seats available, and other details will be announced as soon as they're decided. Next up, John Cena's hilarious championship celebration. And did Triple H give John Cena the now obligatory backstage photo the game gives whenever a wrestler accomplishes something special? Yeah, but not in the way he might imagine. Triple H certainly had many reasons to acknowledge Cena's triumph over Daddy Dom Mysterio, and while Cena's won many titles during his WWE career, his recent IC Championship win was particularly sweet because it was the title that eluded him his entire career. Consequently, Triple H gave Cena his due posing with the champ backstage, but as you'll see, he was keeping with Cena's "you can't see me" persona. Finally, Grayson Waller trolls the fans. And last but not least, NXT fans attending a live event in Chicago last night thought that they were in for a pleasant surprise when CM Punk's music and entrance video began to play. Was Punk making an impromptu appearance? No, the seeming surprise turned into a letdown as Grayson Waller showed up. Ringside News described the moment as, once he stepped through the curtain, Waller went all in, mimicking Punk's entire routine. From its clobbering time to sitting cross-legged in the ring, Waller made sure the message was loud and clear, he's gunning for the Second City Saint. Waller's been calling out Punk, and this latest outrage could be the proverbial straw that breaks the camel's back. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.